What's up, guys? We're back. Hail Mary, happy hour coming at you. It might be a day late, unless our lovely co-host Tyler is an editing god this week. But
It all
either
depends on
way,
you guys.
yeah. We'll see. But we're here. It is episode 7, episode 4 of the regular season. Going into week 5, we've got back-to-back Sam weeks. Roommate Sam is here this week. Hi, Sam.
That's me.
Now,
Yeah, Josh, sorry to call you out live on air like this, but when did I stop getting introduced as part of the podcast? I don't know if one time this season, if I've gotten the acknowledgement of like, here's Tyler, co-host of the podcast. That guy,
dude, you
editor.
can introduce yourself. You can. You got the power.
Just say, man,
He
I
doesn't
feel like
need
I feel like
it.
that used to be part of the intro. You know, you used to like bring it in, then
That's fair.
throw it
To be
over to
fair.
me. You don't
To
give
be
me the
fair.
throw over anymore. You know,
To be fair, I don't introduce myself. I say, "What's up?" I don't say, "It's me, Josh, with Tyler." I just say, "This is Sam."
And Sam, I am.
And we are here.
That's
with
why
Sam.
I introduce him. He's got that shit going on. But you're right. Anyway, hi, it's your co-commissioner, Josh, along with
Hi, it's Tyler, your other co-commissioner and co-host
Wow.
of the podcast you're watching or you're listening to right now.
wow, that's super cool. Tyler, my co-host and co-commissioner. What are you drinking today?
Well, we pivoted real quick to the red snap, or red stripe.
Red
My
Stripe.
bad, red stripe. Thank you. Sorry, pivoted from the cold snap, which was looking a little questionable. So we found an alternate.
Yeah, had the shoot.
Last season's Cold Snap.
Yeah, had last season's cold snap. Had the sponsored product, but yeah, had some.
We're working on getting that sponsorship again for this year.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that again by the end of the year. We can only hope that the awards show this year is going to be sponsored by Cold Snap once again. But we'll see. Now, I mean, let's just get into this week of football. I mean, full disclosure, we didn't see a lot of it. All of us were out camping. It was awesome. We love camping. There were some
We love
hornets.
In the woods.
Yeah, those black and yellow stripes really fucking sucked. And
Except for the Steelers.
there we go. He sees the segue coming. Speaking of them, black and yellow stripes. The morning game. That fucked over some people. Jalen Warren called out an hour before the 9:30 game.
Silliness.
Again, at least we're not West Coast. Imagine 6 a.m. You fully need to set an alarm.
What do you even do at that point?
Now,
Right.
unfortunately. Yeah, well, someone in our league obviously has Jalen Warren, and Jalen Warren is a startable asset. You would have to be someone that pays a lot of attention to your lineup to know not to start Jalen Warren. And thankfully, our reigning champion, the Notorious Scoundrels, has Jalen Warren on your team. You'd expect, wow, such an efficient manager would take him out of the lineup. No, of course fucking not. In true Victor fashion, Victor got our third goose egg of the year. That's 3 weeks in a row that we have a goose egg, I believe. And he still won.
Oh my gosh.
The guy still won by 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fucking close matchups. I think,
yeah.
let's see.
It was crazy this week.
If we count, Jordan got rocked. SCLSU Mud Dogs got beat by 40 points.
Ooh. And was that a failure on his part or a success on his opponent's?
It
No,
was a little bit of both.
Andy dropped 170 on the boy.
Ooh,
Yeah. It was highest scorer versus, well, third lowest. The only teams that scored lower than Jordan were the Notorious Scoundrels and their opponent, Granny's Gold Galleon, with 124 and 123. But aside from
Ridiculous.
that, every point was within 5 points. Most were within 2 points, which is, I mean, just a wild
real
week.
nail biters.
Yeah. It makes it very interesting coming into this, which is a Power Rankings episode. But we'll get into that when we get through the rest of these notes. Talk to Victor, by the way. We'll figure out what punishment he's taking. As you may expect, he didn't know what the options were for the goose egg.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Victor seems like a push-up man.
Yeah.
I bet he
I
could
could
do
see
them.
him. I'd love to see him rip a shotgun though.
I also would.
No. The rest of the week is pretty much all pretty rough injuries.
Injuries.
Sam,
Bad week.
as our current most injured team, I'd say,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel watching injuries befall other teams in the league?
Well, this is really where it gets tough. As a as a fantasy fiend, I take a little bit of joy knowing that I stand just a bit more of a chance here and now in this league, where I am, of course, already struggling. However, then I lose Malik Neighbors in a league that I'm absolutely dominating in, and that's no fun.
Yeah.
However, I'm just trying to enjoy. Maybe people will want one of my excessive tight ends that are sitting there. I don't
You're
know.
in.
I don't know. Injuries are exciting.
An
They
interesting quote.
shuffle it up. Injuries are exciting. Yeah, hey man, I'm a
Yeah.
hockey guy any day of the week.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
some more of what was going on week one. We need more of that.
Yeah, the fight. There was some fighting going on week one. Not as much of that. But, he's referring to, Malik Neighbors down with a torn ACL, which is just a fucking shame. Jackson Dart came in for this week and looked really good, and you'd hope to see him connect with Neighbors for the season, but no, the Giants just don't get nice things. I'm okay with that personally.
Didn't Jackson Dart even also leave questionably or
I think he actually did leave with a concussion, but I think it was checking for a concussion, but he came back. But the dude runs angry. Like,
head forward?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Full
Jackson
horns.
Dart looked all right. I don't know. I don't know if I don't want to overhype Jackson Dart's performance here, throwing for 120 yards or whatever he threw for.
He looked good running the ball. He got I mean, at the end of the day, they got the win.
They did. They did get the
Like,
win.
And he very much helped them with that win.
And
And
you know what? I love Jackson Dart, so
I love Jackson Dart. Dude, he's a interesting guy. He's got some swagger to him. He's got a
does.
little bit of cockiness.
He's got a young gravy, like I would take your hot mom kind of vibe.
Yeah.
The Giants do seem to like personality or good nicknames for their quarterbacks. I mean, like Jackson
Yeah.
Dart throwing darts out after having Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
I mean, who could forget the unmatchable swag of Tommy DeVito, right?
I was gonna
They
say
just
Tommy
Yeah.
DeVito too.
they flex.
Jackson
They're
Dart's
great.
got some aura, as the kids would say.
Indeed. But yeah, I hope he works out. Especially with Cam Scatabo too. I mean, what a trio of
Dude.
people that are gonna get injured. Malik Neighbors has been injured throughout these 2 years. Scatabo and Dart look like they're trying to get injured.
Bro, I love
Fuck
Cam,
it.
but when that man's on camera, dude, it is clear to me that he has two brain cells and they both are focused on running the football.
Yeah.
He
But
cracks me up.
yeah, moving on. That's enough Giant. I went for too far back. Apologies. Moving on from the Giants, because that's probably as much as they deserve. Our other injury out for the season, Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins. Um, I would say, as sad as we are to see Malik Neighbors because he's super cool, Tyreek Hill, I think, oh, it's kind of an oh no, Tyreek Hill. Uh, I don't know. His career's probably over. That thing was bad. It
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
was.
see it.
his leg was moved in directions his leg was not supposed to be moving in,
It
bending
was
in
one of
ways
the.
should not be going.
It was one of those injuries that they usually don't show the replay of, but for some reason they showed the replay,
Because
and
he's Tyreek Hill.
because he's Tyreek Hill, and they're like, oh, he's been probably arrested enough times that it's okay to show.
I saw the videos of him laughing as he was getting carted off the.
Yeah,
I just kind of assumed it had to be bad. You know, I was like, oh, if he's in that mental state, then oh
yeah,
man, he knows it's done. He knows it's over.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'd be very surprised if Tyreek Hill ever takes another snap of football. He's
Well,
off home
now he
to the
got
We're gonna
kids.
see.
yeah,
We're
he's got
gonna
a lot more
see.
time to go home and beat his kids. Yeah, hell yeah.
But aside
What a
from
good
him,
guy.
yeah, what a good guy. After the kids. Aside from him, we're doing a little sandwich of sad injury, not happy injury, no happy injury.
All right.
Unfortunate injury. Lamar left with a hamstring injury early. It's kind of up in the air how he's gonna be for next week. It's a hamstring; those tend to linger, which really sucks on a guy that's like Lamar running around. Uh, which sucks, dude. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are in a really tough spot with this injury too, because they're 1-3 right now, and it's
Ooh,
like, if you're 3-1, you're almost more confident. Like, rest him for a couple games. Like you said, hamstrings. You don't want to mess around with that. You don't want to re-aggravate it. Like, let him
yeah,
fully recover and then make your push for the playoffs. But at 1-3, if he misses 2 weeks and you don't win those games, you're one in
yeah,
five. You're now your playoffs are done for the season. So
yeah.
I think the worst thing they can do is really try to rush him back and, you know, risk making this injury worse than it is.
Yeah, their bye week is week 7. So if they were to rest him for 2 weeks, they can rest him for 3. But they face the Texans this week. Cooper Rush maybe could beat the Texans. Like they're a good enough team. After that, it's the Rams. You need Lamar. You need Lamar for that, 100%.
Yeah, and
But
even the Texans, I
Puka went
mean,
stupid this week.
Puka
Puka went insane this
went
week.
insane and is insane, dude. The
I
yeah,
love Puka.
Dude, that man. Speaking of players that look like they're trying to get themselves injured, that dude, that dude is playing hard, and he will be. If him and Stafford stay uninjured, that's the number one wide receiver on the 100%. Just
Yeah.
right.
I think it's funny. The
I always
Rams and
forget
the
how big he is, too.
49ers seem to have a similar approach where the 49ers are just testing how many times they can give the ball to Christian McCaffrey. And the Rams are just seeing how many times they can throw the ball to Puka Nakua before it stops working. Well, what did he
Yep.
catch? Like, he caught like almost 15 passes this week, right?
Yeah. I know it was double digits. I forget exactly how many he had.
Ridiculous amounts. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. But yeah. All right. Now I'm realizing, there's a better segue into this. Because I had a trivia question about these international games and we talked about them earlier. What are you going to do? But before I move on to our main segment, I kind of want to get through this because I looked into it a bit, find it actually quite interesting. Now, the trivia question I'm posing to you today is quite simple. What was the NFL's first European international game? More specifically, who was the hosting team? Who is considered the home team of the first international game? And where was it? Why not?
The Patriots.
The,
No.
the Packers in Germany.
No. The first game was in the United Kingdom.
It was the UK.
It was in the UK
Can I
in
get a
Wembley.
year? Can I get a year?
2007.
It's the Jaguars.
No. I thought it was the Jaguars too. The
Man.
Jaguars did not host there until 2014.
Wow. Well, I feel like I got it wrong at this point. I mean, I could keep guessing, but
Well,
at this
here, I'll
point,
give you this.
I
You
fired
guessed
off
the
two
Pa-
guesses.
I-
This place-
There was the guess of the Patriots. It's the same division.
Is it the Bills or the Dolphins?
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
The first
You
game
know-
in Europe, the Dolphins lost to the Giants. I always thought the Jaguars were the prevailing team in London, and I think they currently are.
I think when
Now.
the Jaguars became part of the we're an expansion team, there was something they have some deal about playing a game annually in London. So you are right that the Jaguars do have some association with the UK now.
Yeah.
But also they're
Actually,
trash.
there are a number of teams that have relations to international countries. Apparently, this is the international marketing expansion of the NFL has happened. And all 32 teams have various signings with which team is allowed to market to which country.
Interesting.
It's a whole thing. For instance, Tyler, you'll appreciate this. Japan, there is a single NFL team that has marketing rights in Japan.
Is it the Rams?
It is the Rams.
I'm not surprised. Los Angeles and Japan. There's a connection there.
There's so many They're the most recent Los Angeles team. Why did you guess the Rams?
Because they just made the most sense to me.
Fair enough. You nailed it. They're also the only team with marketing rights in China.
Interesting.
Yeah. Guess what team is the marketing rights in France? As a hint, there's a reason. There's again only one team, and it makes sense again.
Oh, that's got to be the Packers.
No, it's got to be the Saints.
It's the Saints, New Orleans.
Yeah.
I say where you're going for French Canada, but
Well, I meant the cheese connection.
oh jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, Nigeria is the Cleveland Browns, so Nigeria lost, but that's okay. But yeah, looking through there, just wildly interesting. But anyway, that's enough of that. Because, like I said, this week is a power rankings episode.
Whoa. It's a big one. Here we go. It's time.
Whoa! All right. We have some idea of what teams look like now. We have a few weeks into the season. It's time to go
games.
through and see where we think they actually lie. Sam, do you think we should go from the bottom of the rankings to the top or top to bottom?
Let me take a look at the old standings here.
Yeah, Tyler and I have our rankings
wanna-
pretty clear. You can weigh in.
Yeah. Let's start up at the top. I want to see who you guys think is the best right now.
All right. Let's go through. Now, it was a toss-up for the top. And we didn't even choose one of the 3-1 teams as the top.
Whoa.
Instead, we went for a team that is undefeated these last 2 weeks and recently went through a bit of a rebrand,
Metamorphosis.
a metamorphosis. This one goes to, admittedly, our other Sam of last week, the Wu County Polar Bears. Because, guys, I mean, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones. He hits on Daniel Jones. He has Bucky Irving, who didn't mention in news and notes, but got an MRI today. So, hey, maybe they drop. O'Marion Hampton is breaking out. Jordan Mason has the backfield right. Jack Smith and Jigba has a breakout. And after that, we have Drake London, AJ Brown, Ricky Pearsall, all guys that are. You can kind of figure out when to play them. Are the Eagles going to have an actual tough game? AJ Brown might be good. Does Drake London have an easier game? Play him. Is Juwan Jennings out? Play Ricky Pearsall. It's a predictable group. Along with that, hitting on Tyler Warren in the tight end. I mean, he's got the stuff, kid. I don't know. It's a toss-up at first, but I like him here.
Yeah, I think the story of this team is, second most points against. They got a lot of points scored against them in those opening 2 weeks. Their team had a little bit of a slower start, but back-to-back wins now. This team is rolling. This team is deep. Don't let that record fool you. I think Wu County Polar Bears are one of the scariest teams in the league right now.
Yeah. Dude, I would not want to face him. Sam, you got any thoughts on your rival Sam that you, I believe, lost to this week?
Yeah, I mean, we both put up very incredibly similar numbers this week. I have a solid number of points for above him, so despite the potential that he has, I'm not too afraid of him. I still feel pretty good about my team looking at it.
Well, moving on. Tyler, do you want to take us into number 2?
I will take us into number 2 because, number 2 is a team that's going to cause a lot of controversy as soon as they're brought up. But yeah, it's the notorious scoundrels. It's Victor's team. They're towards the top of the league in points for. I think they're around third or fourth, and just overall, Victor hits again with his picks. Chutma Hubbard coming back, looking really good right now. Zay Flowers, quarterback wise, Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield having a phenomenal season right now. Jalen Waddle just got a huge bump with the injury to Tyreek Hill. So this team goes deep. He's got great quarterbacks. He's got great tight end, or not great, but reliable tight ends between Jake Ferguson and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he's 3-1 again this year, coming off his championship season. I think it's time we stop making fun of Victor and it's time we start asking ourselves, does he just know something we don't?
He's got.
I disagree.
He's actually also. He only has the 5th highest points for, by the way. Run that one by you.
Only the 5th. This is true, but he also. Multiple teams were also hit by injuries this week, which did rough up some other lineups. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know why it's working.
Why he keeps winning.
And that's pretty much it. I don't know why it's working. I don't appreciate it. I'll be happy to see him take his goose egg punishment. I think he deserves that. I think he deserves it more than anyone, honestly. And yet we put him here. But coming in, number 3. This, on the flip side from Victor, is a guy that is one of just the better managers in the league. Andrew, we all know, really puts in the effort, as anyone that was there during the draft saw, because this guy was wheeling and dealing, even if he was kind of losing the deals. But it still worked out decently for him. He's had some setbacks in the wide receiver room. He has Jamar Chase, he has Ladd McConkey, neither of which are doing too hot right now. We have Jake Brown to him, we have Ladd McConkey as like a wide receiver. He also grabs Emeka Egbuka and Deebo Samuel to prop him up a bit. He has Tyreek Hill, just, kind of out. But this team has been putting up a good number of points. Aston Janty has his pop off. RJ Harvey has almost 100 yards and a touchdown. Charbonnet, as we know, could always be coming in once Ken Walker's out. And he has Jackson Dart ready behind Patrick Mahomes, who just popped off. Jordan Love, who's doing pretty.
He's got a great quarterback room.
Yeah.
Phenomenal quarterbacks.
Along with Tucker Kraft at the tight end, who's had a little bit of a breakout, and Dallas Goedert, who
even
scoring
new to
more than
Dallas.
Yeah. He's scoring more than AJ Brown and Devontae Smith combined each week. So
he's the new wide R1 for the Eagles.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
He likes to get hurt too, though.
He does like to get hurt.
A week or two.
Yep.
Dallas got hurt, as I call him.
Yep. To quote our dear guest, injuries are exciting. Could be fun.
Push things out. I stand by that statement.
But yeah. But nevertheless, I mean, he just put up the most points this week. And he's a guy that's pretty constantly going after. Like, he has his eye on the prize more than just about anyone in the league. So
he do be making moves.
He's got to be here.
He's locked in. Yeah. Unequivocally.
All right. We take a little jump. And in record, shall we say, here.
Wait, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tyler. We don't take a jump in record at all.
A team.
I'd never. Tyler, give us our next one.
Coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have another 3-1 team. We got the Mud Dogs. SCLSU, our 2-time runner-up, is off to another hot start this season. I think if we're looking at just well-rounded teams with really solid depth, this is one of the best. We got Jared Goff, Kyler Murray leading that quarterback room. Derrick Henry's lack of performance is definitely hurting this team a little bit. Luckily, they got some other solid running backs. They got Jahmyr Gibbs. Tony Pollard not having a great start to the season either, but this team, like we mentioned, they got a lot of depth. Wide receivers, Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, T. Higgins. All playable wide receivers. As a whole unit, maybe slightly underwhelming. So, yeah, this team is 3-1 to start the season, but I'm interested to see how competitive this team is going to be looking for the championship this year down the line. What are your thoughts?
Trey McBride is also absolutely worth mentioning. He is still a very good tight
Trey
end.
McBride, pretty good, huh?
And Dalton Kincaid keeps catching touchdowns for those for the Bills. So, I mean, you're always playing McBride, and hopefully he doesn't get injured, so Kincaid isn't really useful. He has Joe Flacco as a backup quarterback, which Joe Flacco, actually, rumors are that he will be benched. Dylan Gabriel is supposed to start next week, actually.
Oh, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. But
a couple more weeks to get Shedeur Sanders. It's bound.
I know. We're working our way over.
Almost
gonna get out
We're
there.
getting there slowly.
It is a funny thing with this team. You know, you draft Michael Pittman and Keenan Allen late. You know, you draft Terry McLaurin and T. Higgins early to be your guys. Jerry Jeudy even was probably drafted before these guys. And then they fall, but Rome Odunze, Michael Pittman, Keenan Allen all are performing so far above their draft spots that they're saving your team. On top of that, Travis Etienne is doing the same thing with the running back. Like, you have the misses and you have the absolute hits that are saving this team. So
yeah,
they're doing well.
It's definitely an interesting case where some of your top guys are underperforming and some of your expected bench guys are now your starters. So as long as those bench guys keep performing at that high level, this team's possibly looking at returning to the playoffs yet again.
Yeah. Okay, now we have a jump in record. Because I swear this team seems good. And On top of that, they have by far the most points scored against, and they have the third most points for.
Ooh.
It is Big Steve's Big Ballers at 0-4 after a controversial week 3, which, I believe this is the first podcast that has happened since that. So I'd just like to say, sorry. That's all. Yeah,
Sorry,
it
Steve.
sucked. Sorry, Steve. You deserve better. And I wish that I could do more for you. If I'm being honest, the team looks pretty good. I still think that he's got the 2 rookies, Matthew Gold and Travis. I think there's a decent chance they're going to improve as the season goes. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, Devon Achane, Josh Jacobs, Trey Benson's now a starter.
Yeah, running backs go crazy on this
Yeah.
team.
The only weak spot is that quarterback position. Caleb Williams doing decent in fantasy-wise, doing okay real-world-wise. Trevor Lawrence and Bryce Young, not awesome. Not loving what they're doing.
Didn't Bryce Young get pulled from his game before it ended?
They were losing. Yeah, he did. I think that
Like real bad.
against the Patriots.
Yeah, Bryce Young is not very good at football.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Jordan. I'd just like to say, watch out. Here come the Patriots. We just won 42-6 or something.
Against
Watch out,
Panthers.
Bills. No, don't worry about that. Watch out, Bills. Here we go. Here comes Drake May.
Coming for you.
We're coming for you. Ooh, get him. Yeah, that's all.
But yeah, Big Steve's Big Ballers. I mean, this team's legit, man. I mean, yes, 0-4 record, but very much could have beaten Jordan, and then just lost to me by 5 points. Me being the team with the fewest points for in the league, but who just scored the second most points of everybody this week. So, like, if you're Steve, that just feels bad, man. This team is really
That
good, though.
sucks.
He's 0-4. Honestly, if Steve was 2-2 or 3-1, he might be at the top of these power rankings. But there's another 10 games in the regular season. All you got to do at this point is win enough games to get into the playoffs, and from there, anything can happen. So we're gonna see if Big Steve's Big Ballers can turn it around, but he's gonna need to get hot to be able to put together enough wins to get in the playoffs here.
He is. He's part of Jordan's little baby boys. So the current reigning champions of that one are Steve and myself with the 3-1. You may notice I have not shown up on this list yet, so maybe he has a decent chance of beating me. But he's got a ways to go. He's got the 3-1 teams are the ones reigning supreme. We have 4 in the league. But I believe in you, Steve. People's champion. He nicknamed my players this week. We have Scatabo nicknamed Scatman, Scaba Deba Bop Doobop, Scaba Debop Bop, something like that. I don't know. But they're beautiful names, and I want to thank you, Steve, for that. Coming in after him. We have Granny's Gold Galleon. Now, Granny's Gold Galleon really had some things going for them. And, you make the great pick. Jonathan Taylor and James Cook were the running back 1 and 2. Absolutely beautiful. On top of that, you have Malik Neighbors and some solid. You have Jordan Addison coming back. Xavier Worthy's going to be coming back. And, you lose Lamar Jackson for maybe a week. And again, we talked about a hamstring injury. It's going to hamper him. And you lose Malik Neighbors for the year. It is just... it's rough. It's rough. It's dire straits. The tight end position is a rough place. Sam Laporta, I personally didn't have much faith in him this year. Now, he's got the 2...
There.
Yeah, he has not been there. He grabbed the 2 Ben Johnson. Sam Laporta years gone by, and he grabbed the Colson Loveland. Colson Loveland hasn't done shit on those Bears.
Yeah.
And Sam Laporta is just not needed on the Lions. But man, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Dak Prescott's going off. Xavier Worthy looks good, like he's going to be good. There's a chance he's dropping lower in the future, honestly, without Neighbors. We'll see how much he drops, but he's got some chances on here.
I think for him to remain relevant this season and to really keep competing, he needs one, Worthy had a pretty solid first game back. He needs Worthy to keep that up, and then he needs Jordan Addison to find success too. If both of those guys can find success, that'll really help alleviate the lack of depth on this team and the loss of Neighbors.
Yeah. Tyler, take us to the next one.
Well, coming up next, now you might be wondering, a 3-1 team to be 7th in the power rankings. That seems odd. And it's because it is odd, but this is an odd team. This team, there's just so many question marks surrounding this team. Very few definitive points to grasp onto. The team we're talking about is, of course, the Basement Gremlins.
Tyler, can you edit in a little sound effect, a little winks, a little shine as I wink at the camera when you say my name, and a little ding.
Okay. That for sure just happened when that all happened right now. That already happened, Josh. Don't worry about it. We're good.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even have to ask for it. It was already there.
It was already done.
My bad.
But looking at this team, the first downfall of this team is currently they're lacking quarterback power. Justin Fields is back. I still got questions on what Justin Fields is going to be. I think he's going to score 30 points some weeks. I also think there's going to be weeks where he scores 11 points. So I still got a lot of questions around Justin Fields. Jaden Daniels on the IR. When will he come back? Hopefully soon for this team. But Mariota playing okay in his absence, honestly. Okay. This team, tight end wise, you got 2 tight ends on the same team. An interesting strategy, not usually employed, but we got Harold Fannin and we got David Njoku as well. Yeah, and then when it comes to wide receivers, I mean, you got Quentin Johnson, who's a top 5 wide receiver who was added off of waivers, and then you also got guys like Calvin Ridley on the bench and Kayshon Boutte, who are doing absolutely nothing. Jameson Williams, who could maybe do something, hasn't really gotten anywhere yet, though. But, Josh, I lost. What?
You could talk about the wide receivers above Quentin Johnston, too. Just saying. CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Ted McMillan.
Oh, CeeDee Lamb is on the IR right now.
He's hurt, yeah.
Ted McMillan's been okay to start the year. Hopefully he'll just keep growing, but Bryce Young is struggling right now, so we're going to say. And then Nico Collins has been all right.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about the Texans massively.
Yeah, bro. My boy CJ Stroud is not looking as good. Last year, I really blamed it on the offensive line. This year, it's looking like CJ Stroud might just be struggling a little bit.
This year's still offensive line, if I'm going to be honest. Also, CJ Stroud struggling, but offensive line.
Offensive line is still abysmal, but there's also now some times where I'm like, ooh, CJ. Makes some bad calls, bad plays. But, yeah, what do you got to say about your team?
I like them. They're not the best, but they're scrappy. I really enjoy my running back room of 3 rookies behind Kyron Williams.
It's pretty phenomenal, actually.
I do want to point out that, I had a James Conner recently go out for the year, which is why we are missing a little bit of crucial depth. So that's unfortunate. I think my wide receivers really can pull it together. I think Calvin Ridley is pretty bad. Not he's bad, but the Titans overall, booty cheeks, like real bad. I can actually quote their quarterback. I don't know if you guys saw, but to quote Cam Ward, if I'm going to keep it a buck, we ass.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
his
Cam.
exact words.
They are.
Yeah,
Indeed.
so I appreciate him for keeping it real. But kind of insane for us, your quarterback, to just come in and say that
Yeah, bro.
in an interview.
Well, he's kind of
Uh,
ass, so
yeah, he's part of the problem.
for
But
sure.
yeah, my tight ends are struggling pretty massively, actually. Two
Yeah.
Browns quarterbacks. I don't know where's the problem? I love Harold Fannin. I think he'll be a great keeper for next year. That doesn't help me this year. If I'm being honest, if it wasn't for the fact that I had a winning record, I'd be pretty like, wow, I could tear this down for some picks next year.
I mean,
I
you have a
know
lot of good things going on. I wouldn't throw away your whole season, you know?
I'm
you have the
not yet.
lowest points for.
I'm not.
No, second
No.
No,
most. Okay, okay.
I have the lowest
Actually,
points.
Thankfully, my co-host here.
I have the lowest
oh,
points
that's frustrating.
for.
That's one of those frustrating moments.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I took part in ranking myself here. I'm as good as I think I am.
Yeah, second lowest
Well, we have a
points for.
chance.
That's pretty important to mention why the 3-1 team is ranked 7th in the league. But,
Yeah,
well, you
yeah.
know
But
what?
hey, I won this week. Thanks, Justin Fields, my
Shout out Justin
champion.
Fields.
Shout out
And,
Justin Fields.
and you know what, Josh? It's okay because we
Let's
talked about you, but we got two other dudes here who we haven't talked about yet.
yay.
And let me tell you, wow,
The
it's a
next one is not my
tale.
co-host.
It's a tale of two cities here, two completely different teams. We got one team that's got a lot of points for, and that's the team that's coming up next. That is End So Tight.
Hey.
Unfortunate record of 1-3. Completely devastated by injuries. Somehow still has. Is it the second most points for in the league?
Yeah, by
I
one
think
point.
so.
So
No.
basically almost has the most points for in the league. So yeah, I mean, pretty easy summary of this team. Starting lineup is pretty baller. Some guys who are scoring insane amounts of points. Puka Nakua, Javonte Williams, both just kind of carrying pretty massively for this team. Why is this team not ranked higher? We put an 0-4 team up higher. Well, the problem with this team is that as soon as bye weeks start, and you got to put somebody in off that bench, there's not a lot on that bench. As a matter of fact,
Dude.
there's two spots with nobody on it. But Mike Evans
I'm
currently
telling you right
out.
now, first week, all I'm missing is Caleb Johnson. Whatever, right? I'll survive.
Yeah, for now. But once you have a running back bye week and have to put in Caleb Johnson.
So,
Yeah.
you know what? We got this team ranked 8th. But this is what I will say about this team. If this team can do two things: one, avoid any more injuries for the rest of the season, and two, somehow win enough games to make it into the playoffs, this is a championship favorite team. Straight up starting lineup, this starting lineup could outscore anybody in the league. You heard it
Yeah.
here.
The
Bold.
other Sam, apparently.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, except for him in this week. But
Yeah, well, anyway, I know that there's a team we just mentioned is struggling in the tight end room. Might be looking to boost their
yeah,
confidence.
know
They seem to be
that.
happy with their record right
A
now.
certain
Might want
G
to keep
Wall
it.
Pro. We're all about promoting trades here, guys. Maybe we look to make something happen.
Josh, I think you should trade for Mark Andrews.
I really think you should too.
I am never going to have Mark Andrews on my team. I can't stress that enough. I'm done with the man. He sucks to me.
Just no good.
I have Isaiah Likely on my team because I'm betting that Mark Andrews will suck enough that Isaiah Likely, the third tight end on my team, will actually pop off.
We're gonna see.
I'm over
You
him.
could always just have Andrews.
I could, and I have in the past, but no. Love or scorned, my friend. That's not getting fixed. No. Enough about me. There's a certain person on this podcast slash host slash commissioner that hasn't been mentioned. And you know what? He's not last in the power rankings. Up next, we have the Drunken
Yeah.
Dragons. Tyler, my guy.
Whoa.
You're coming in at ninth. It's not great. It could, by definition, be worse. But it's rough out there. You know, I think you've had some things go your way, which is really cool. And it kind of sucks that you're still losing even though that is the case. Because
For you to say things are going my way and for me to be ninth in the power rankings, that doesn't feel good.
it doesn't, but okay. So you drafted Brees Hall. He's outperforming ADP. You drafted George Pickens. CD goes down. He's going kind of crazy. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That was it. That was everything that was going well. So
Whoa! Don't, my boy Christian McCaffrey is
you know what? He's outperforming as well.
awesome.
You're right.
I love Christian.
We love Christian McCaffrey. Somehow the only healthy 49er. I don't. It was not in my
What are they
bingo
doing?
card.
Yeah.
But man, CJ Stroud looking rough. Geno Smith looking rough. And you don't want to be leaning on Aaron Rodgers. Travis Kelce just traded for Evan Ingram. Another rough tight end pool. Travis Kelce, I think, did a little bit better this week, right?
He's out there. He's trying
out
his
there.
best.
He's not number one anymore,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Justin Jefferson. I mean, Carson Wentz, you know? What are you going to do?
Carson Wentz is the best thing that ever happened to Justin Jefferson. Watch your mouth. Carson Wentz is my new favorite Vikings quarterback.
He put up, what, like 40 fantasy points this week?
Justin Jefferson got 11 targets. I love that. Keep that up, Carson.
I'll take that. He's getting the Brian Thomas Jr. treatment like Mac Jones did last year.
Yeah.
But
You know, I think one of the real problems with my team is having two players from the New Orleans Saints. I don't know what I was thinking, but that offense is abysmal. Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara are they're doing just enough. Just
It's
All
bad.
they can.
It's really bad. I'm not going to lie to you.
And then my bench,
Yeah.
you know, you could start any of them, and they'll score you 7 points. But that's all they're gonna do.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown had some hype. He didn't do anything in the time that he was gone, and now Worthy's back, and he's back to nothing. So
Bro had 16 targets week 1. He's had a total of 16 targets since.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, dude, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Just keep your head up,
My team sucks.
and I don't know. Maybe you can.
I'm
better
giving it
luck
about
next year.
4 more weeks, and then I'm trading my best players for draft capital. So, stay tuned, everyone.
No, I love Brees Hall. Just saying. I mean, I love the guy. I thought about trading for him a lot this season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Josh, I'm gonna dial up a trade right now.
All right, hey, you work on that. I'm gonna introduce our last place. Now, for all you math doers, all you nerds out there, you may have figured out who the last person is. And let me tell you, it's surprising to me.
It's
Bongside
tragic,
kicks, dude.
honestly.
Bongside kicks, I thought would be the scariest team this year because they had keepers such as Brock Bowers and Brian Thomas Jr. two of the players that popped off as rookies last year, legitimately both easy top like 5 at the position. And man, they're both underperforming. On top of that,
Massively.
you grab guys like Travion Henderson, Chase Brown, the guys everyone's excited about going into the season. They're not doing much. You grab Devontae Adams. He kept Devontae Adams as well. Devontae Adams actually working out decently. DK Metcalf, not doing great. Chris Godwin, just back from injury, maybe his only hope. And you grab 4 tight ends. You traded Kelsey away for DeAndre Swift. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Now you still have Hunter Henry, who's outscoring Brock Bowers, and Brenton Strange, who might be outscoring on Brock Bowers. I don't know. But, yeah, there's some mismanagement going on here, if I'm being honest. You have Mac Jones for Brock Purdy. You got, I don't know. Things are going poorly, dude. You're 1-3, and you really need a lot of players to turn it around, and I don't think Chase Brown is turning it. And J.K. Dobbins is only going to. R.J. Harvey's going to, Dobbins.
Yeah, RJ Harvey kind of popping off this week is not what you want to see as a J.K. Dobbins owner, especially when you have very few running backs. But hey, you got DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, like Travion Henderson is your one thing that's not a sinking ship on this.
Yeah,
he's the one like, ooh.
I think that's kind of the story of this team is they're towards the bottom of the league in points for, and the majority of their players are trending down and underperforming their ADP. You're already 1-3 on the season. You got to be careful. I mean, yeah, this team kind of made a comeback last year, So I think at this point last year we were talking about them in the 9th spot, and they almost made the playoffs. So never doubt this team to make the moves they need to make to get into a winning position. But for now, you're dead last in the power rankings, unfortunately. Very close to me, but
Hey, right there with all of us. We're all
actually all of us, yes.
Yep. But yeah, that does it for our power rankings. Take them as you will. And with that, on to our next segment. Everyone's favorite segment. I need Tyler to do some super editing here, which is why I'm going to keep it so short. You ready? Pitcher. That's the announcement of it. It's that short. There you go. It's Derrick Henry, guys. Derrick Henry. He's starting to scare me, and it's not like he is so good when the Ravens are winning, when he can get space to run, and it's not happening a bunch this season. The Ravens somehow kind of falling apart. Not falling apart, like they seem good, but they're not winning. They just lost. Who did they even lose to this week? They lost to the
Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah, right. The Chiefs had a great game. Their best game in a year to them. Maybe ever since the last time they played them. But
yeah.
But yeah, you really hope that this isn't going to stick for Derrick Henry because, I mean, he's important. Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs felt like it was going to be a win for the SCLSU Mud Dogs, but it stinks to see him not doing his thing.
Yeah, Derrick Henry is. It's officially time to ring the alarm bells for Derrick Henry, and I think the most concerning thing is that he's not getting the touches. The last 3 weeks, he's had 10, 13, and 11 total touches of the football. It's like you said, man, when they're not winning the ball game, he's not going to touch the ball. So ever since he had that big 30-point game in week 1, he's not done anything since. So I do think there's cause for concern with Derrick Henry.
Really, I mean, he wasn't even like Justice Hill got 8 touches of the ball last week and an additional target. And off of that, I mean, he got 2 touchdowns, broke a long play, all that, because that's what they need when they're down. Derrick Henry, given space, is the unstoppable force. He's given 2 yards, 3 yards of freeway, he's not going down. But when you're getting beat up, when you're getting pushed at the line, he can't get up to steam. And it's worse. I don't know. I hope to see him get better. But you know who did get better? The big man of the week in the same matchup for one of our higher ranking teams on this power rankings. Dude, you gotta love this guy. Ashton Janty. He runs so powerfully. And if I'm being honest, we all knew that the Raiders' offense sucked and that was the problem. And there's such a decent chance that he's going to go right back to sucking next week behind this offensive line. And that's just the fact that the Bears' defense was so beat up that they couldn't stop him. But I don't care. 3 touchdowns, just so many freaking yards, 138 yards carrying. And he had 2 receptions. Both of them were touchdowns. I mean, people are bouncing off of him. He is running, and when someone touches him, they bounce. It's awesome. I love watching him run. And I hope that he continues being good, minus the fact that Andrew. But man, he's a big man.
Hell yeah. Did you know that he went back to his college running stance this week for the first time in the NFL?
I did. He
Apparently it makes a big difference for him.
Yeah, it's the Michael Myers stance, is what I've heard it called.
The murderer?
Yeah, the murderer. He, you know your usual, like, this is how you stand athletically, and you like
good, yes,
bend
Josh,
your knees.
yeah, Josh, model it for
ready.
us.
I can't back up far enough, but
get
get
that
ready.
low enough. Yep, just like that.
Yep. Yeah. But he just stands. He just stands there menacingly.
Vertically.
And that's what he did all of college. And Chip Kelly was like, hey, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. But this week he stopped. Or this week he started again. And it went well.
All of a sudden he's good.
Funnily enough, the other running back in the league that does that, Jahmyr Gibbs.
That I did not know. Hell yeah.
Yeah, watch Jahmyr Gibbs run. He also just kind of stands upright, looks unready for the play, and then the play starts.
Speaking of that sort of thing, did you see the video of Aaron Rodgers, that one play that he had last week? He just was not part of it at all and did not participate. It was a running play, but he just stood there completely vertical as everything went on around him. He did not move. He did not care about being tackled. Did you also see him lay a guy out? He blocked for someone too. He just
I saw
really
that.
saying Herb Rodgers is back. He's popping pills again, going crazy.
Yeah. Gotta take a smelling salt, get in there, dude. He's got a big body. He's dude. He'll slowly morphing into just late stage Ben Roethlisberger. But Big Ben. But yeah. Anyway, that does it for best shitter and big man. Tyler, I'm almost scared at this point of introducing this segment, but take it away again.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Degenerate Gambling Corner. We've been losing money all year, but we're doing it together, and we're back this week to try to fix that. After 2 years of incredible NFL betting, earning my own segment on this podcast to share my bets with you all and helping you all win copious amounts of money last year. This year, has been a struggle. There's been a lot of doubt and a lot of doubters and a lot of haters. Everyone wants to know, where are the winning picks? They're coming. They're coming back. Starting this week, and this week of all weeks is a very difficult week to make picks. A lot of really close games. A lot of lines that I'm not a fan of. But we found that one glimmer of hope amongst the dark. And this week we are taking the Bucks, who are underdogs at the Seahawks. I think this is the line we want. We're taking the Bucks plus 7.5, and we're taking the over of 39.5. Take those two alternate lines, you're gonna get plus 102. I feel excellent about this. Bucks offense has been steamrolling to start this year. I think the Bucks are one of the best teams in the NFC right now. Baker Mayfield is the definition of dog. I'm relying on Baker, baby. Baker, whatever you are down so far this season, just bet that on this. Plus 102, you're going to break even, and then a little bit on top. Just a little cherry on the ice cream there. So we're so back after this week. I'm telling you, the winning picks, they start now. Here we go. What do you guys think?
I like it.
Looking at that game, I was thinking I couldn't tell you which one. I would even say I would expect the Buccaneers to be favored in that particular sense, but I haven't been following the Seahawks all that hurt.
Yeah, the Seahawks has had some good defense, which is causing that, but I still think they can beat the Bucks. Now the Buccaneers have a great run defense. Their passing defense, little iffy. So if you want to swing for a fence here, I don't think the stat is even out. It's even out yet because I'm looking at my any counts. But hear me out on this. Torrey Horton for an anytime touchdown is probably going to be a pretty high payout, and the dude has a nose for the. In 4 weeks as a rookie and third wide receiver on this team, he has 3 touchdowns. One of those is a kickoff return touchdown or a punt return touchdown. But it's 2 receiving touchdowns in 4 weeks. And we're against a defense that is probably going to be stifling Ken Walker and Charbonnet pretty decently. This is not you are like, ooh, let's win money together. This is let's fucking swing. You could also say Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's still plus 120 right now. And that it. But
I kind of like that.
That's if we're, just staying in the same game, I think that will hit. But yeah. But hey, I'm only up 50 this year. But at least I'm up.
That's better than where we're at right now. But that concludes it for another segment of the Degenerate Gambling Corner. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Let's get to the pick'em. It's bad, y'all.
For you.
Well, I'm the one talking. I'm unhappy. Dude, I picked the Falcons. I don't care.
You guys.
I picked the Falcons. They're facing the Panthers. The Panthers shut out the Falcons. Then they lose 6-40 fucking whatever to the Patriots. Then I choose the Niners, who, holy turnovers. They threw that game away to the Jaguars, who tried to throw it back. Whatever, man.
I feel great.
Anyway, yeah, the Patriots worked. Way to go, Slosh. The Bills worked. Shock and awe. Easy pick by Tyler. Unimpressed. Sam, you're representing the guest this week. Will you keep up the streak? Who's your pick?
I sure will try to. I'm going to take this team. I think, arguably, there would be a safer team to take with the games happening. However, knowing that they might not be an easy pick another week, I am choosing the Dallas Cowboys to beat the New York Jets this week. Quite possible. A little scared that it's also possible for them to lose it. But I wouldn't take them against many other teams.
I don't think that's a bad
Yeah.
pick at all. I don't think that there's a lot of safe picks in general this week.
Yeah, and Cowboys, yeah, offense, no defense, and just, they're out CeeDee Lamb, part of their offense. Meanwhile, the Jets just lost the Dolphins. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick as well. As the reigning loser, I get to choose first. And we mentioned them earlier. The Titans suck. Suck. Massively suck. If their quarterback is calling them ass. And so I will be choosing the Cardinals to beat the Titans. I think it'll work. I really think this is my. I thought that 2 weeks in a row, but I like the Cardinals, guys.
I also like the Cardinals. I may have selected the Cardinals myself had you not selected the Cardinals. So I think the Cardinals is a great pick coming from you, Josh. But who knows? Because you picked them, maybe you saved me.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Whoa.
I
Well, anyway, speaking of me, my pick once again, 2-0, feeling pretty good to start the season. Cardinals were one of the teams I had my eyes on this week. There is one other team that I'm really starting to buy into at this point in the year, and that is the Colts. I think the Colts are legit. They have the Raiders coming to visit this week. I don't think the Raiders are maybe as bad as their 1-3 record suggests. That said, I do also think that they are generally one of the teams in the league that if you're doing a pick 'em, you want to find people going up against this team. So I feel pretty good with taking the Colts at home this week against the Raiders.
Good
I like
pick.
it. I like it.
I would like to say, I also the other team I was looking at was the Rams, and I had them above the Cardinals until I realized they were, which would mean that it would have continued. The Falcons, my first pick, lost to the Panthers, and then I chose the Niners. Falcons, I believe it was
What?
last week. I think the Niners were facing the Falcons.
No, they're facing the Jaguars.
They're facing oh no, they're facing the Jaguar. Never mind. I miss. Cut that.
Don't psych yourself out. It's fine.
Psych myself out. It's
Hang
fine.
an
Cardinals are
Ethernet
gonna
cable
win.
instead.
Go. This week for sure.
No, dude, it's great. I love just not hearing a half a second of what you have to say every couple minutes.
No. I'm
Yeah.
hanging an Ethernet cable this time. This week, 100%. I gotta. Actually, I'm doing it on busy. No, Saturday. I have free Saturday. Ethernet cable, getting home. 100%. Lock it in. Next one will have Ethernet.
Locked in. Locked in.
Not gonna promise anything because it didn't work last time. But lock it in. All right. I think that does it for this episode. And so, thank you everybody for listening, for watching. And as always, enjoy this week of football. And hey, Victor, because you didn't do it properly last weekend. Set your fucking lineup. Good night, everybody.